There we go. Evening, everyone. It's gonna be hectic if I say so myself. Yeah, sorry about not streaming any of the Yu-Gi-Oh content I planned this week. Let's just say I was tired. Okay, I was heading to the dining area last time, so... Makoto, you okay? Huh? What do you mean? You were late, so we were worried about you. What a dullard. Togo? Byakuya? What are you doing here?
What the heck?
They're taking refuge here. Refuge?
Such ignorance.
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the Mastermind's tools. The Masterminds? Are you talking about Sakura? That's what I finally noticed. Hey Ocean. Sorry about using the Level 64 screen. I just couldn't think of any other sounds to use. That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall, was Sakura. Huh? Where is she?
Stop talking.
All I know is, if she were here, I wouldn't be. Excuse me. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against the threat. Sorry I can't stay for long. Good night. Have fun with Danganronpa. Okay, you too, Ocean. Have a good night. Threat?
What is this?
Why? Why do you hate her so much?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because this makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spies for the Mastermind upsets that balance.
What the heck?
That's a stupid reason.
What did you
Stupid?
say?
This is a life or death game. It is not. Is it not?
That's terrible.
It is stupid. You're stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
Hey.
Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the Mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us?
What the heck?
They're getting revenge on her, right? Like what you said, an eye for an eye.
However,
That may be part of it, but that's not the whole thing. It's not the whole picture. Revealing that face was also meant to serve as the next motive the Mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from the suspicion, the hatred.
in other words,
This right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the Mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, but you still stand there and argue like children.
but
Well, that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just... I mean... How can I get you guys to believe in soccer again? Is she really... If she really can beat the Mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
what are you saying?
Idiot, you'd really ask her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her?
Interesting.
It wouldn't matter.
Huh?
What? If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the Mastermind to control. I have no problem with that. Hold on, Byakuya! In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest.
What the hell?
I thought Makoto slapped him.
You disgust me. You're a monster.
Finally, someone put it to words.
To say something like that, it should have been you. You should have been the one to die.
What?
I should have died? Interesting. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead, try it if you dare. That's how it works here after all.
What is this?
You think I can't do it? Hey, no, calm down!
That's right.
This is exactly what the mastermind wants, and it's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong? Lost your nerve? I'm leaving. I'll be in my room. Trembling with anger, Hina ran away. That stupid cow! How dare she? She should die. To die 1,000 deaths. No, 1,000,000. So she was with another hysterical little girl, wholly worth my attention.
Just a second.
It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya. And all you can do is mock them for it. What's wrong with that?
Hey,
A friendly word of warning. Someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you. Hard.
I don't have time to play with
And
you.
I will happily elude its attempts. So, you know, how about we, eat? Maybe no. Yeah, I was making sure that he was saying, maybe now's not a good time.
know?
Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms, one by one. Phew! What should I do today? Maybe I should talk to Yashahiro about his burger theory about it being abducted by aliens. Oops. There we go. Why do I always do that? Did it again. Maybe they're on the 4th floor. Definitely at the 4th floor. Alright, let's see. Oh! Oh, he was right there waiting for me.
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Well, Makoto, what's going on? Should I hang out with Hiro for a while?
Well?
You wanna go grab a bite to eat at the dining hall? I'll teach you where all the best power spots here are. Hiro taught me about all the best power spots. Hiro and I grew a little closer today.
Could it be?
Hey Makoto, you know what I think? You and me meeting like this, it wasn't a coincidence. So I've got some good news for you. I'm gonna give you a psychic reading at a huge discount. A discount?
How about that?
Normally it's $1,000 for 2 hours, but for you, let's call it 900. Wait a minute, we're in Japan. Wouldn't it be like in yen? That's only $100 That's only $100 discount. I'm just wait. That's only $100 discount. And even then, it's way too expensive.
Don't be mean.
Hey, come on! You should count yourself lucky that the ultimate clairvoyant is willing to tell you for your future. I can't read properly. I'm sorry. So you're gonna write pretty? So you write pretty often?
Well?
I sure am. At the bare minimum, I've got 20% chance of accuracy. 20%? That sounds pretty sketchy.
What the heck?
For real? Don't make that face. Didn't you hear what I said? 20% of the time I'm right every time. That includes natural disasters, election results, you name it. Don't you realize how amazing that is?
How about that?
Okay, fine, I'll give you a special trial run. After all, I've already seen what the future has in store for you. What? What do you mean? When did you see it?
Well,
You won't believe what I saw. It would appear that the mother of your children and the mother of my children are the same woman. So does that mean that the woman of our children divorced one of us? Dude! I refuse. Denied. Don't like it.
I'm right, right?
Doesn't matter if you don't like it. That's just the way it is. 20% accuracy, you said.
You know?
At least. At least. I pray to everything holy that you're wrong. Please be wrong. Now then, since this is a special try run, I'm afraid I can't apply the discount. That'll be $100, please. Don't worry, you can pay me after we get out of here. Oh wait, hold on. But there's no way you're gonna be right? 20% accuracy, bud. 20% accuracy. If you like, I can go to a reading. I can do a reading right now to see whether my reading was right or not. Naturally, additional fees will reply. Think about it, okay? Let me know as soon as you're ready for my services. Oh, he's gone. Do I have enough in my bank account to take another crack at it? No, I can't bring myself to pay something like that. I can see how people can fall for it into that kind of cycle, though. That was close. Please, whoever's listening, I'm begging you. Whatever else happens, don't let him be right. I got lost in a thought from him. Once we were all done, I headed back to my room for a little while. I have plenty of time. I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. Everybody should still be at the 4th floor. Nope. I may as well talk to here. Whew. See, this is what happens when you stream late. You just get tired so often.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm really sorry, but I kind of want to be alone right now. I've got a lot I need to think about.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate the thought, but I'd like to be alone right now. I need time to myself. I need to think. Although that's one skill I haven't developed too much. Oh man, do I have to talk to Byakuya or Toko? I almost forgot about Kyoko for a second. Not you. Bathrooms. Is the dressing room at the bath? No, of course not. That'd be stupid. It's right next to the bath. Which is also next to the laundry. Which I think. Lockers. I better not touch the laptop. Oh! Go away. She won't even look at me. I guess she doesn't even want to see my face. What is it? Ugh. Sakura and Hina. Finally, some action. Things are starting to become interesting.
What do you want?
Huh? Oh, I didn't see you standing there. Did you need something? Should I talk to Byakuya for a while?
That's fine.
Fine, I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. I spent some time with Byakuya. Byakuya and I grew a little closer today. Yeah, the last time I gave Byakuya something, he didn't like it, so... just leave! Okay.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
So if any of you go in, you're going to starve.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yet. Nighttime already. Tonight feels somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay, then how about to make you extra special, you can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards. I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line. Then she said, "You just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you ever heard the tale of the crab and the monkey?" I don't know if that's an actual story. Of course I've heard of it. I know all about it. But so what? The crab is the monkey, but it's just some legend. Oddly relevant into our great obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but the crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's light-speed world. Do your market research. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I chose to always. Why I always chose the always popular bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
I think we learned a lot about this origin. It's that nobody wants to be a crab.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
I need to do something about Sakura. I better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Oh! Huh? Makoto! It is my Zono's ghost! Ooh. Huh? Was that someone screaming? No, it was someone excited about getting that pizza. Of course it's screaming. What did you think it was? I think it came from the dining hall. Makoto! You've got a big problem, man! What's wrong? Look! Hiro's fingers just shook as he pointed.
Hina! Are you okay? What happened?
Genocide Jill has gone crazy.
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
You know, she is clearly alive. If she were dead, there'd be blood around the dining hall. Seriously, man, you can clearly see her grabbing onto her shoulder.
You've gotta be kidding!
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. But why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina just all of a sudden, they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze.
You SOB!
Anti-balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I may be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Totally not adorable.
And you're totally not adorable. Just get out of my sight, okay? Or else
My beautiful scissors!
I'll start cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay then, let's get into the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. Sure thing. Well, I'll give her this. She lives up to the genocide part of her name. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hiro away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injuries in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it was just a scratch. And still, that was super close. any deeper and that thing would have gone all the way past your shoulder. Then you would have totally been dead by blood loss. If I don't, you'd be dead right away. Now that's it's all thanks to me, you know. Yes. Well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound like even more hostile. But man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again. Which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Hey, Hino, what the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight, and I lost my temper, and I flew out the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura?
But
At first I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just...
what the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious?
A dozen punches really isn't without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Jennifer Jack got let loose, right? Wait, that's not your voice. And when things got out of hand, Jennifer Jack got let loose, right? It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all the terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, I started welling up with tears. Where'd the music go? And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly out the hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura? You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto! No! What's the meaning of this? No, it wasn't me. It was Genocide Jack. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Oh, damn.
To hurt Hina. Darn you! To leave me alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you!
What is this? I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
Oh, no forgiveness!
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this!
Hero, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me.
What?
I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Why? Somebody save me! Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later... What's going on?
Hey.
What's going on? What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
It would seem...
I gather that something happened. Kyoko, please, you're the stop Sakura.
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here, right now. Drawing a line? Yes, watch. shows it to him. Just a piece of paper with like a line. There, I drew a line.
Goodbye.
I'm going to draw more lines on the papers. Wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine. Huh? About that issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore. Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah! To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
What?
Because
ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, it's not. That's not it at all. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
Sorry I had this fight. It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. Huh?
anyway,
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay. Thank you. There's no point in going somewhere else right now. That issue we discussed isn't that anymore. I want to talk to you about something else.
you know,
That's not it. That's not it. That's not what I meant to push. What is it you wanted to talk about? What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like to come somewhere with me. I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So,
Just come with me, and you'll find out. I guess, but...
shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going? With a typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Kyoko. Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her, and eventually we arrived. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he has done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see me. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Hello? Oh, so it's just the two of you. Kyoko and Makoto. Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko Titan question. Oh yeah. So I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here. saying I finished my work.
But
I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want, too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of the school,
That's right.
the only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle this. I can handle this. I don't really understand why, but
still,
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think you might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. It's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It's just so too committed. Too admirable. Too fragile.
Hey,
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
certainly.
When I talk to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that Alter Ego's our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice us. But
Makoto.
let's do this, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look at the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them that you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe myself.
I want to believe in myself. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. That's it! The secret room you told me about! I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
Just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego and the mastermind. And the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. Sorry. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then. I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. Shh! You can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room until we get there. You have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden. I didn't know how to react.
Makoto,
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there.
however,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it away. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Bathroom on the first floor, if I'm right.
Just a second.
This isn't where we need to go.
Hey,
Come on, we have to hurry. And we're off. Gotta look through every bathroom.
just a second. Hey. Just a second. Hey.
Okay, not the first floor, so maybe the second floor. I don't know, it's been a while since I did this, so
Hey.
hey Makoto,
Why?
are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's Wait, that's... Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again, somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then,
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. I need to head to the secret room. Okay, first we have to find another cable. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it! This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the Excuse me. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little while longer. Just hold tight and just put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends. Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the, documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Kyoko.
What?
Yes? So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but Isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something you to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done. It's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we?
so
If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego.
correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways, and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. Huh? Oh, my pizza's here. Sweet. The sharp sound of the blah. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back into the real world.
Makoto.
Get out now. Get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Makoto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I heard to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowling her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just waiting past, and I happened to notice her throughout the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So, what should we do? What are we gonna do? I don't want anyone ever to come and see me. I want to be alone.
anyway,
First of all, we need to get into the door. We need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? If we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It would seem
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
in other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked. Which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay. I'll go get something to break it with. Right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom! In the classroom. Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please.
Come on, please hurry. Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. You have violated school regulations. You will all die. Bang, 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 bang. And that's it of Danganronpa. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my head through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I could just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... all I felt was cold death. Dang, I was gonna make a joke saying she ascended into heaven. But, oh my god. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin. Danganronpa.
Okay, that was weird.
Huh? Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over. Why? Why did this have to happen? Why? Why did this have to happen? Why? Why did it have to... Mikado, please stop. You're worrying me. Why? Why did this have to happen? I need to examine Sakura's body. Why? Why did this have to happen? I just stood there, motionless, behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I've got everyone!
What?
Ogre!
Yes.
Oh, she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. Sakura's been killed? I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began...
Just a second.
I heard the announcement just now. You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. When you did it, I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez. I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to handle my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. Don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. Or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe when I fought again and then...
In other words,
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to the most regrettable end without even getting a chance to finish things with me.
phew.
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. As even with someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I'm actually pretty worried. I mean, she's violated the rule by attacking me in the first place, but I was able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blacking is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie! Before you get all pee-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Cause I mean, your lives are on the line, right?
What is this?
What the heck? He owes them one?
I won't forgive you.
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was looking for the mastermind, after all. How would you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for this squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we don't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina's on guard. Then Hina's guard number one. But we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn on my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault.
What if you killed Sakura?
I won't
I
forgive
won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. All lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have the right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who's killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force. You're not getting in here. Well, it appears that the discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather spend nighttime coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master, anyway. And you, Hero? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on investigating from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If you can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but just to do it. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around noon. The body was discovered at the rec room, on the third floor on the skull. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were found or noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door. We just came through. And that door had been jammed shut. And with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have to escape somewhere after the barring the door. So the door was blocked from the inside. And there was no way in or out till we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words...
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. A locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very own eyes like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches including such using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So with that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside the target of the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
However...
In this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the skull, and the doors don't seem to have any gaps that would allow it. Yeah, I think we could probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's open. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually locked at all. Not a locked
In
room.
other words...
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we could cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked rooms, mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until we figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Wait, there's a bloodstain here. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from when she died? From where she died? There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did he get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle is opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism was used with the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
so...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. Wait, that's not... Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loves her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is? What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. This must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I can see how. This door is the only way to get in or out of the next room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke the gate inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Maybe having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the door was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the lock from the inside, not from the outside. It looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
So you gave that candy to Sakura?
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like them that much?
I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, well, they've lost their flavor.
Hina. Oh! Saw it almost immediately. There were shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red and... These are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Where's the Monokuma figure inside it? Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Well, that answers my question. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure and are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. If that's so, let's see what else we can examine. Oh! Huh? The lock is open. And on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left the handprint on all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. As if someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here. Maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? And sorry. And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Guess we'll talk to everyone else now. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed it. They would have needed to, or they expected to stand any chance against her.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, and Hina. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Then let me have you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
What?
After I went to the dentist's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually, she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon? The Monokuma file says she's dead right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry. That she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I had stopped her by force then, this never would have happened.
Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she asked for those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in the chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I could see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit in blood? The Monokuma file specifically says she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. But Byakuya,
That's fine.
not a chance. However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. I already examined that.
So, in other words,
Okay, the Monokuma bottle, and it was used to plunge in on Sakura, which is how she died. But she also vomited blood, as evidenced by her lip. I already examined the wrapper. I'm probably examining the entire room at this point.
hey, certainly.
What?
Wait, I want to read that. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourselves from my sight. Okay, thanks.
Listen,
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
so then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I decided to you go in my place. She decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with the other two people. I need to hear what they have to say. Those other two people went back to their rooms. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds,
Who's there?
the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Until you sneeze.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something.
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked you to meet with her. Yeah, let me try that again. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him.
What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious. Huh.
Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it?
I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept the fact. To accept it as fact.
Is that good enough? I'm going back to my room.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually. I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. But how did you know about that?
Could it be?
Unless... did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? Have awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Olga told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toga to come too.
What?
What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But, did she let you know? Alright. But, didn't she write you a note? Yeah, no, she,
How about that?
she gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then, you went to meet with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way! I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Olga was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry about a bit. Sorry, just a bit of trash. I forgot to throw out. Trash.
What?
Anyways, I get that I only asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it. Ugh. Pardon me. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found in the door in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So, where should I start? Well, let's head back to the rec room. Yeah, I got some mono coins. I can spend some. Alright, let's see if I can get less duplicates. Hey, got a bonus. A crystal skull? Is that a cassette tape? That is a horrible tape. If I'm right, it has to be from the chem lab. Let's see. They must use this for physics experiments and stuff. There's materials, pulleys, steel plates, magnets, and all kinds of stuff I don't even recognize. Was that really it? That was it. Everything's back to normal. Just like with Sakura and Chihiro. With Sayaka and Chihiro. Monokuma's responsible, I'm sure. Pendulums, wheels, rail segments, all the equipment is scattered all over. They're all covered in dust too. They haven't been used in a long time. This time was used when Taco was killed. But it's unrelated to what's going on now. There's a bunch of files here. Probably old lab files or research data. Well, it's not in the physics lab. Don't think there's anything here that can help me. This machine obviously has some kind of purpose, but I don't know anything about physics to begin with, so I wouldn't have a clue where to start with this.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko where Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go to see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Well, it's not the bottle. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue from some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back in that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the investigative magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko. Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of the others who might come looking.
Hey, is that... That says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I can see why you would think about that, but it just seems so easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching the dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes. Did somebody pee on them?
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is a clue number 1.
Hey,
Nice to see you. Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, would you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So, that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. I can't believe she was able to learn all of that, but just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
I won't forgive you.
Hey,
Still have to examine the bottles. Okay, so it's not the shadow bar I had to examine. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. something new. Something new.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. A correlation. Hey Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you a conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me? No answer! I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Wait. All the Monokuma bottles have different chest pieces.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottles? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obviously Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glasses. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... What choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work on collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The piece of glass we collected and the one from the Monokuma bottle that's still intact. Oh, I got a fire light. Ugh. Sorry. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's
In
balanced,
other words...
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed them here and there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
Hey,
and I believe you will arrive to the very persuasive conclusion. That's what I thought it was. So, what do you think? It's all on you. There, I finished examining all the things Kyoko mentioned. And I did find some new clues. But when it comes to the locked room puzzle, it's still totally clueless.
hey,
Oh, I just remembered. There was something I wanted to tell you. I saw Byakuya at the chem lab when I went to go get that scale. I didn't want to deal with him, so I took great pains to sneak in and out without him noticing. And
so...
if you hadn't checked out the chem lab, you should probably do that, since I couldn't do it myself. You know the protein The protein can we found at the murder scene must have come from the chem lab. I think you're right. I should probably take a look around that area.
Indeed.
Let's see. Yep, there it is.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get any. Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. This isn't the first time I'm seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. The reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such an ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. And me giving you this British accent suits you well, saying how you're snooty. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. And I guess I can consider that part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at this point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insightful smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's do it. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It appears that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and they left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be.
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, let me see your shoes. I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit that these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Alright guys, we're gonna end the stream here tonight. Gonna see who we raid. And the name of the file is... Okay. So let's return to the menu and... Let's see. Who do we raid? Let's go raid Tom Fox. Yeah, that seems about right. No, he's playing a VR game, so let me check. Okay, let's raid Abdoggers, who's playing Poke Park, Pikachu's Adventure. Okay, I hope you all had a good night I hope you all have a good night and take good care of yourselves. Good night.